I know that I'm exactly who I was meant to be. I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am.
Hi, Leo.
Hi, Maria.
How's it going, honey?
It's going really good. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Hey, everybody. This is Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? And that is my Guy Friday, Leo Rodriguez. There he is, the one, the only, the spectacular Leo Rodriguez. He's the man behind the curtain. Everything that happens during our show, Leo is running from Idlewild, California.
Behind the curtain.
So, Leo, how's it going this week? Is your camp is over for a week?
Camp is over, but after school started, so
Already?
Oh yeah, we. I think because last year being the way it was, everybody needs a little bit more of a refresher that hasn't been in a classroom setting. So, this school district at least started this, and the kindergartners I know are going longer right off the bat, and we got to play a little catch up. I'm sure of it. So
well, look who's here! Of course, our very famous Rena Crunali-Berge, my cousin from Massachusetts.
Oh, the weather girl
popped in. Our weather girl, yeah, she's our weather girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Gulla, oh my God! So Rena says hello and happy Tuesday. Rena, we can't start without you. You know that. And Joe says, I've been refreshing for the past 20 minutes. Maria has two of my favorite men on earth. I know, Joe. I know these are your guys. This is your posse.
As a matter of fact, if you look at the promo, I did find a picture of Peter Iannello, and Joe Gulla was there along with Annette Tito and some other friends at the restaurant, Rick's Club American, which is...
yes. How cool is that? Oh, my God. Vincenzo D'Amato. Hi. He goes by Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Hello, Maria. Jeep up the job. Keep up the job you're doing. Yes, I will. Thank you, Vincenzo. Okay, so Joe Gulla, Louise Figs has joined us. Peter Iannello looking good as always. Yes, he is going to be on. We are so Stephen Wishnoff. Oh my God, this is their crew. This is their crew. I love it. Maria, it took a while to find you, but here you are. Yes, Stephen, I'm so glad you found us. And I'm so glad, Joe Gulla was on our show. Was it last week or the week before?
It was last week.
Last week, Joe Gulla, he is famous. And we had so much fun with Joe. And I've been dying to get Peter Iannello on, and I just couldn't get a hold of him. So finally this week, I reached out to Joe. I'm like, Joe, can you just send me his number? You know that I was texting the wrong guy. I don't know who I was texting, but they weren't getting back to me. And I thought, what?
How rude.
What is up with Peter? And then as soon as I did have the right number, he literally texted me back.
You're so busy. All of a sudden, we went to full speed ahead. What are your schedule again? I can never remember when I'm texting you. I don't want to text you at work.
Well, thank you for scrolling it. Yes, on Monday nights, I'm at the Stonewall Inn with Susan Campanero, who you know how much fun I have with Susan.
I'm so jealous.
That is 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the Stonewall Inn. Upstairs, they have a piano bar. And then Wednesdays, I'm at the Duplex from 9 to 4 a.m. with this wonderful, wonderful new employee. His name is Zach Nolan. I love working with him. He's great. And G. Enrique, most of the time, is there. I think this week it's going to be a woman named Sarah Glassman, who I'm looking forward to meeting. I heard she's great. And then Fridays, I'm at Brandy's. And often I pick up Saturdays. However, this Saturday I will not be at Brandy's because thank you, Leo. You are on the ball. I am doing I'm part of a great production company called New Dawn Productions, which my friend Bethany Vaughn, I used to work with her at Romy's Quarter Deck in Danvers. We worked together over 30 years ago. We did a lot of dinner theater, and she reached out and started this wonderful new company, and I'm part of the company, and I'm so flattered. It's called Dreams, Jeans, and Flying Machines. It's at the Emerson Inn this Sunday, August 15th at 2 p.m., and then Thursday, August 19th at 7 p.m. This Sunday, there's a show from 2 to 3:30. It's like a 90-minute show. We're doing a 70s show called Dreams, Jeans, and Flying Machines. It's going to be so fun. And then if you want to stick around at 5, they have a clam bake. They have like a lobster bake, which just sounds delicious. So
and you got a tour de force crowd with that. I mean, you got the boys, you got Bethany, who's, I mean, she's got a range up and down.
Oh, Bethany's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, her voice is like for days. And then Andrew Hankinson and Thomas Smoker and Holly Zagaria. So it's a nice group. If you're on the North Shore of Massachusetts and you know where Rockport is, it's so beautiful. The Emerson Inn is there. Look it up. And it's only $20 for the show. So it's a steal, really. And they have a really nice room. And then if you want to eat afterwards, you're welcome to stick around. Rena's going to be there. Rena, yes, she gets to see
my
me.
God. Are you bringing the whole family?
We're going to take a lot of pictures. My sister's going to be there with her family. My uncle Nicky, my Ziana, my cousin Marisa, the Raskowski's going to be there.
Oh my God.
I know. It's going to be great.
Watch your voice. Make sure you use mics because over all that noise, I don't know if you're going to be able to sing.
I already, Amanda, our chick magnet, has joined us. He said, because you will be drinking brandy. No, Amanda, you don't want to see me drunk. It's not good. So, okay, Louise, oh my God, that's hysterical. It's true. I was texting the wrong guy. So, okay, so lots of great things happening. Yes, please, if you're in Massachusetts this Sunday, 2 p.m., the Emerson Inn. If you can't make this Sunday, the Thursday show is going to be really great too. And that's 7 p.m. also at the Emerson Inn. And then we're going to do some Christmas shows there as well. But we may do a few more 70s shows in a month or two. We're just right now, we're launching it from the Emerson Inn. Cheryl Juliana Rubenstein, hi, sweetheart. I've been thinking about you this week. She had a little surgery, and we are rooting for her.
She's doing good? Yeah, I followed that. I hope
she's doing much better. She's in California as well. Leo, you got a lot of California people out there.
I know. Well, when you come out to visit, we're going to have to do a little California road trip.
I know.
Mandar asked a question before Mandar asked why I keep looking upright, and it's because I have my camera here, but I have my main base, my control panel here for What's the Story with Maria.
Leo is so smart, as we say in Massachusetts. He's wicked smart.
I'm wicked smart.
So he has all these bells and whistles, and all you see is Leo's cute little kitchen, his nice little pride shirt, but that's why I call him the man behind the curtain. Amazing. So Leo, thank you for doing all of this. I think we're ready to go. I think you and I have yapped enough. I hope Gerry
hasn't eaten all the hors d'oeuvres that are left in the green room.
I know. We're going to bring on our first guest. I've been trying to get this gentleman on the show for the longest time, but our schedules don't always mix. Lots of times he's working on this night because he works nights as we musicians do. That's what we do. And I'm so excited to bring on the one, the only Gerry Dieffenbach.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm here.
Gerry,
hi.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
And I've been talking to all our mutual friends that are singers as well that work in the clubs, and they are just raving about you. You're back with 100% strength. COVID has had nothing on you, honey.
No, I beat it. I had it for about 2 weeks.
You did?
Yes, March. The irony, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Is when I got it, and I was sick for about 2 weeks, and by the end of March, I did fine. So
Gerry, now I know you all. We'll fill people in on what you do. Most people know who you are already, but a lot of our viewers that are new.
Yeah.
So Gerry, Corinne Lyon just joined
us. Hi, Corinne. Oh my God.
Hi, Corinne. We love Corinne.
Yes, we do.
So Gerry Dieffenbach is a singer-songwriter. This is how I know Gerry. He's a singer-songwriter, but he's also a comedian. And you are, Gerry.
That's a very nice compliment.
It's the truth. You write jokes that other people will do for years to come, whether you're there or not. And
that was help of the influence of Amy Engelberg, the woman I worked with for many years at the Duplex. She kind of taught me how to be real and funny. So all props to her.
So and that was the late 80s, Gerry, when you and Amy
late 80s, early 90s. It was we worked from 86 to 95, 9 years
together. You and Amy Engelberg. And people still come in and ask for Gerry and Amy. It's just amazing. And she's out in California now. She writes for television, right?
She writes for television with her sister Wendy, and they do great. They've had some
wow.
great shows. So Drop Dead Diva, big hit. So
wow.
Yeah.
So but you don't just work at the Duplex. You work in other clubs as well.
Other clubs, Don't Tell Mama and the Stonewall Inn. You and I just started doing that, and it's
know.
lovely.
I really like it.
Upstairs.
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like that the stage is up there. It's raised, you know.
It's very presentational. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So
I like the Duplex because the Duplex feels like more like a party room. Like we're really on top of the people. They're on top of us.
Yeah.
Which with COVID, we're kind of like, okay, let's party 6 feet from each other, but it works.
Yeah, and then Don't Tell Mamas. You've been there a long time as well.
About 10 years. About 10 years. Yeah.
Okay, so tell everybody your schedule so they can find you easily.
Well, Thursday, Stonewall Inn, Fridays, Don't Tell Mama, and Saturday, the Duplex.
Okay, so
that'll be my
3
schedule.
nights in a row.
That'll be my schedule. Yep, for a while.
Okay, that's great.
Yep.
Now, Gerry, are you still teaching voice?
Not too much anymore. I'm doing more, I kind of use the lockdown as a reset, and I kind of thought of different objectives that I wanted to do. One of the things that I wanted to do is I've been telling stories about, I have been doing this for over 35 years.
Yeah, I know.
My first gig was a place called Bogart's on East 59th Street, which is now a kitchen and tile store, I think.
What year was that, Gerry?
1984.
Wow.
March of 1984. March of 1984. So my first gig at the Duplex was my birthday, April 24th, 1984. So that was the first time I ever played the Duplex.
Which is also a famous person's birthday.
Barbara Streisand and one of Shirley MacLaine's. Thank you for getting that joke. This generation, you go, Shirley MacLaine, who? What? They've never heard of the other side of the mountain,
Gerry, I almost fainted the other day. One of these young kids, God bless their souls, asked me who Bette Midler was.
You told me that. Oh my God.
I really, there was a sadness in my heart.
Yes.
There was a sadness in my heart.
And Joe Gulla had to explain to his personal trainer who Judy Garland was. I said, "You've never seen The Wizard of Oz?"
Well, anyway. Annette Zito has joined us. We love Annette Zito.
Love Annette.
Gerry, I got to tell you though, you know what I did? I had this very young kid that kind of was ruffling my feathers a little bit because he was a little too sensitive and he had newly out. And I said to him, I'm going to give you an assignment as an older person. Okay. Welcome to our community. Now go and watch as much Joan Rivers as you can. And tell me.
Can I show you something?
Yes,
Can I show you something? I don't know if this will show up. Let's see.
Oh my God, Gerry.
That is Joan. Wait. How can I angle this? I'm so bad at this. Oh, Leo. No. There we go.
Wow. Did she sign it for you, Gerry?
Yes. There's when we worked together at the Duplex back in 2000 to about 2003. And she used to do her trial shows for her big Las Vegas shows as a benefit at the Duplex. So she would try out jokes, basically. So I was told to just go on, play very up-tempo show tunes. Okay. And then when she came on, you had to play Anchors Away. Da, 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 da. She walked on stage. She dismissed you. And she told me backstage, you go off stage 41 minutes, not 1 minute more, not 1 minute less, 41 minutes, and you come back on stage. I was like, okay. Wow. And I did. And we had the best time. She hired me to do her private shows, private parties in her apartment.
Oh my God.
So I went up there for like 3 years. I was with her, and it was amazing. So yes, Joan Rivers, absolutely icon for us.
Icon, yes. And you know what, like,
I love that.
It's become such an overly sensitive world. I mean, I'm all for respecting people. Don't get me wrong. But we come from a different generation where it was okay to make jokes.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't make fun of herself, but boy, she would go after everybody.
I worked with her right after 9/11, and there were some 9/11 jokes that she was trying out. And I got to say, they were relevant. They were, they were kind of in the back
crunchy.
of our minds, something we thought about, and she
Right.
said it, and we kind of went, "Oh God, I know I'm not supposed to laugh at that, but you're right." You
Right,
know,
right.
it was just, it was
That was
amazing.
it. That's what it was. You know, she would say things that she would take all the risks for us.
Yeah.
You know, whether you loved her or
Yeah.
not. But when I used to listen to her also on like well, when CDs, when I had a CD in my car,
Right.
I
Well,
would
that
listen
album.
to her CDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would, at first, I'd be completely offended. For the first 15 minutes, I think, what? Oh my God, I can't believe she said that. And then it would settle in and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that I feel like we need a little Joan back in the world.
Yeah.
We just become so overly sensitive.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
can I tell you, she was one of the most real lovely people. I would get handwritten, and I still have them, handwritten thank you cards
Really?
when I would do the parties. When someone sent her a thank you card saying, "Oh my God, your pianist played my favorite song," she would send that to me, forward it to me by mail from Mrs. Rosenberg. I have the return address, Mrs. Edgar Rosenberg, with her address, and it would say, "See, you are loved."
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
she was that warm, and you know, when you really, I don't want to say measured up, but when she knew she could kind of trust you and
Right.
she liked you, there was no bigger fan in your yard, and I absolutely loved her. Miss her. I
Isn't
miss
that
her.
wonderful? Let me just read some of the comments. Liz Goldenberg says, I agree with you, Maria. And I'm sure, I think, knowing Liz
Yeah, I
the way
love
I do
Liz.
about the
I love Liz.
oversensitivity, Liz is great.
Yeah, I love Liz.
And Nancy said, we need more journalists.
We do.
And she also, you know, that whole fashion red carpet thing.
That was amazing. That was all her. I used to watch that show religiously. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Joe Gullis says, loving Gerry's effortless style, looking breezy, fresh, bicep actuating. So,
well, that's funny because I call him Guns Gullah. So, you know.
Well, he does. He's all beefed up.
Yeah.
And then, Jackie Fornatella's joined us. She's so sweet.
Jackie,
yep,
it's her birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Jackie.
Happy birthday, Leo. What's up, honey bunny?
There's so many Gerry fans. Do you have somebody to wrangle all these people together? Like,
well, from what I hear, there was one person that just was incensed that there wasn't a Gerry Dieffenbach fan club.
Not like some kind of crazy kind of person that would do anything, right?
No, but she started a Gerry Dieffenbach fan club, and I believe to this day she is his biggest fan. Judy Mason.
Oh my God. Hello, Judy.
Judy.
Hello, my gorgeous love.
Hi.
Hi.
You know,
we have
Leo
to do something with that fan page. You know, I was off. I've not been on Facebook for a long time. It was only during lockdown. And I don't tell my friends said, you have to join us. Like, okay. I used the stage name that I wanted as a kid, which was my nickname growing up, and my favorite aunt's last name. So that's what I'm on Facebook as. And I'm not telling a lot of people because I don't want people from grammar school finding me. I hated my people in grammar school. But anyway, I've thought about that Facebook page for a while. It's like, we have to talk afterwards. We'll put some stuff up there.
I mean, I get requests all the time. Like people say,
I have a YouTube page.
Gerry,
oh, am I going?
The Gerry Dieffenbach page, and then I just accept them in.
So people are constantly looking for the page, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so all right, we're gonna get it up and up to date, and
Okay.
And I have a YouTube page, which I'm posting videos of stuff that I did on television with Martha Reeves, with just all different things and everything else. It's a little page, compared to I was inspired by my niece Emily James, who has like a huge social media following, has Vimeo videos that are like 2 million. Views and everything else. So I just, there you go. Oh, Leo, you're the best. Leo, you are the best. Thank you.
He really is. So that's that's Gerry Dieffenbach's YouTube page, which maybe on your fan page we'll figure out a way to get a link to it. It's so easy. Now it's just getting easier and easier.
I miss you.
I know.
I know. We have to go to lunch. I invited you.
Yeah. All right. I'm around this Saturday. We'll call.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Honey, thank you for coming on.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
You can hang out if you want.
I want to be with Peter. I love Peter.
Yes, absolutely. So why don't you two hang on? If you can stay, Judy, hang on. We'll pop you out. We're gonna pop Peter in, and then we'll pop you all back in.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Yay! Wow, how fun is this?
It's like
So,
another
Leo,
party.
I know it is a party. So this is like everything is connected, right? So we had Joe Gullah last week. When I see Joe Gullah, I always think of Gerry Dieffenbach because Gerry introduced me to Joe. Then Joe introduced me to Peter, but I already knew Peter from Gerry. So lots of times when I worked with Gerry on Saturday nights, and I worked with Gerry for over 10 years on Saturdays, his friends from like back in the day would come in, and Peter was one of these people, and Jackie, Dr. Beth Rooney would come in, Corinne Lyon, all these amazing people. And we used to have so much fun, and Peter would get up and sing. But so I always knew Peter as a singer.
Oh, wow.
That's who he was to me. He was this amazing singer, did a lot of doo-wop, has a beautiful voice. And then I found out he was a doctor of education. I was like, what? And he was also an amazing, amazing cook. And he started making, we'll bring him on. I'll talk about it. But so everybody, oh my God. And there he is. We're talking about you.
Here
now,
I am.
Peter.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. It's Peter Iannello, everyone. My friend, Gerry's friend. I was just telling everybody, Peter, how you introduced me. Gerry introduced me to you and Joe Gullah. And it was just like this perfect circle of wonderful people.
It's the big circle.
It really is. And so I always knew you as a singer, Pete. That's how I knew you. And then when you started, then I found out you were a doctor of education. And you did that for many, many years, right?
Yeah, I still do.
Oh, you're still doing it?
Yeah,
I didn't know if you had retired.
Yeah, no, I'm probably about another year and a half trying to get the schools through this pandemic and, trying to help that out. And hopefully we'll settle by next year. But I'm thinking about another year and a half, 2 years, and then I'll retire. Wow. I also teach graduate school also. So that's,
you do?
I do. I do a course up in Albany once a year. I also mentor doctoral students. So, that's another thing that I keep busy with. So it's interesting.
And
but
Louise Figg said, and he's an amazing friend too. I'm sure he really is.
Louise and I just spent a couple of nights together in Monticello at the Resorts Casino.
Oh,
so
really?
We had a lot of fun together. We both celebrated our big milestone birthdays, and we've been friends since we're 10 years old. So.
Oh my God. Really nice. I'm right behind you, Pete. I'm going to have that milestone in May.
Yeah.
But you know what? We look good.
Oh my God. We do. We
look good, and we're happy, and we're productive, and we're doing what we love, which is wonderful.
And we're busy. And we're busy. And that I think is the crux of everything. You just keep yourselves busy and creatively busy, right?
Yes.
You got to be creative. You got to just not be busy. You have to be filling your voids with things that interest you, that you love, that you have passion for. So I'm really lucky because everything I do, I have a passion for.
Now, Pete, you also are an amazing cook. I know around Easter time, I have purchased your pizza rusticas.
Yes.
Which are off the hook, incredible. Talk about going back to my childhood, and just amazing. So I've always loved that. But then you and your partner, right?
Correct.
Bought a restaurant.
Correct. So there are three of us who went in on the deal. My partner, Nick, who is somewhere around here because I'm in the restaurant. He may pop in and say hello.
Yes, I would love it.
And our other partner, Anthony, who we met at the restaurant because we were customers for 20 years. So we would come here every Friday night, and it's local, and it's fun, and it's a nice place to be, and it's a comfortable environment. And we were doing probably Friday nights. Then I started coming a little more often because I would be working late, stop in, get something to eat before I went to bed and went home. So we sort of found out it was for sale. And we went on this binge for almost 2 years before we were able to finalize the deal. So It took a long time, and then we were able to finalize it. Come here, Nick. Nick is here. Come here. No,
Yay,
come here.
let's
Just
get
show your
Nick
face.
in.
Come on. Just come over
Come
here.
on, Nick. Don't be shy.
Wait, this way. You got to go this way. There he is.
Hi, Nick.
Say hello.
Hi, Marie. How are you?
Hi, buddy. We got you on the show. Peter was just explaining to us how you bought it took a few years. You got the business. Now you guys got it. And then COVID happened, right?
Right. So we purchased on March 6th. We signed
Unbelievable.
all the paperwork. We came back. We looked around like, oh, wow, this is all ours. And it was a great Friday night, and it was a pretty decent weekend. And then all of a sudden, 10 days later, we had to close.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, but I will say to you that we've said this 1,000 times, that the community really kept us afloat. To-go orders, and the time when we were closed and only able to do to-go orders, we were doing 70 or 80 to-go orders a night. People were just
amazing.
so generous and so kind. And Billy Hubner, actually, my friend Billy Hubner from the Duplex, did a whole Manhattan run one day for all the cabaret people. And he called them. He said, "I'm going to Peter's restaurant. Let's order." And so they came up. And then in May, I think it was, right, May, we were able to open up outside.
Outside, right.
And we opened up outside, and then inside came at 50% in July. So it was slow, but we were able to open up outside, and outside was pretty much 40 tables at that point because we had our whole parking lot with tables. It's smaller this year. We have the patio out there. It's absolutely beautiful, but we've been able to do so much in this last year. So,
and tell everybody where it is. It's not in the city. It's right outside of the city.
It is in Congress, New York, which is near Nyack. So if you know Nyack, West Nyack, it's a very easy ride from the city. It's literally the west side, Palisades Parkway, and then Route 303, which is the local road. This is the place. This is what it looks like at night. It's called Rick's Club American. It's been here for 40 years plus. And we love it. We just we're really enjoying it. This guy is just doing everything. He's here 24/7, managing the place and running it all. And Nick, pitch in.
Did he have experience doing that before? Or is this a brand new career?
Well, it's a new career in a lot of ways, but had been in the food business his whole career on a different end. And then his brother owns 2 really great restaurants in Connecticut. So it's all been around us. He also was a bartender, and I was a waiter. So we have a lot of joint experience together. So
yeah, you have to kind of know all angles of the business, and so it pretty much is. People are back now, and everything's happening, right? It's back to.
Yeah, so, they're coming back. I mean, we're seeing really good crowds, and we're doing the best that we can in terms of trying to we do weekly specials. So the specials change every week. Are you going? Okay, Nick's saying goodbye.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay. Thanks for popping on, Nick. So now, go ahead. Tell me about the specials.
So you're saying we have weekly specials that go out. We have a wonderful chef who stayed with us after we bought the place, and that was part of our agreement that we really wanted to know that he would stick around because he's wonderful. Yeah. He creates these great dishes. So basically, the menu had always been standard chicken and ribs and appetizers that look like that, and really wonderful things, just local, sandwiches and burgers. Now we have all of that plus about 20 new items that we put on the menu about 9 months ago that are a little more gourmet. So we have this beautiful risotto. We have we have a special risotto almost every week. This week it's summer corn risotto. We have a couple of chicken dishes that are on there. We have a couple of salmon dishes. If you look, let's see, right over there, those are our tacos. So we have fish tacos and we have beef and chicken tacos.
But this is a very eclectic menu. Look at that.
That's baked acorn squash, a beautiful vegetarian dish. That's from the fall to the early spring. We have that.
That's incredible. Can you tell me the chef's name? Are you allowed to tell us the chef's name?
Sure. The chef's name is Dayo, D-A-Y-O, Law, L-A-W. He's really great. He's been around for a long time here. That's our chicken. That is our chicken, Amish chicken. Roasted Amish chicken. Oh, my God. That looks carrot mashed potatoes. Delicious. Just delicious.
Oh, my God.
It's really, it's a wonderful menu. It really is. It's a, it's something for everybody. And what we wanted to do is make sure if you came in with your family that somebody can order a sandwich. Oh, that's macaroni and cheese. That's
oh, my God.
But you can order a sandwich, or you can order a chicken dish, or you can order a steak, or you can order an eggplant. There's something for everybody, you know, and
Now,
that's the beauty of it.
Speaking of eggplant, before the show started, we were checking making sure you were popping on, and you said that you have eggplant at your house now that you grew, that you're making campanata.
Caponata, yes, I'm making caponata. Last week I made stuffed eggplant boats. I had some guests over, and I made these mini stuffed eggplant boats stuffed with rice and sausage and tomatoes and zucchini.
Oh my God.
And I had a lot of eggplant that I cored out left over, so I chopped it all up, and I was sauteing it tonight for the caponata. So I'll have a nice batch of caponata that is everybody looks forward to it. So
absolutely. And you've always been an amazing cook, Peter, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
Always.
I learned a lot. In restaurants, but I learned a lot from my mother, who is an excellent cook. She just loves it, and you can see she really loves to cook, because everything is just so good when she cooks it. So, and Nick's a really great cook too. You know, Nick does a really great job in the kitchen when he gets there, or when I allow him in there, because I'm always in there.
Yeah.
So, but really
it's
good
amazing.
stuff.
And
Really
you talked about being creative and staying creative, and cooking is one of the best ways to stay creative on a weekly basis.
Oh yeah. I mean, and you know, the funny thing is, I'm still working full time, but I come over here at night. So I'm working at home during the day, and at night I'm here probably almost every night. Some nights I'll relieve Nick. Some nights we'll just stay to, hang out together. Anthony comes in almost every night. So the three of us are around a lot. And, I'm there. There are nights when I get put into the kitchen because we need someone to expedite, or we need someone to, have supervise the food running and things like that. We have live music too, believe it or not. We have we have bands that come in every Thursday, and then this month, for some reason, we're like overloaded with bands and DJs. So I think it's like Wednesday, Thursday. This week it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Next week I think it's Wednesday, Thursday. So and people are loving it. So as long as the weather holds out, they're outside. Otherwise, we put them inside.
That is amazing. Now, with your permission, I'd like to pop our mutual friend Gerry Dieffenbach back in. Oh my God, Gerry.
Peter, hi.
Gerry.
I'm staying.
I love it.
I don't know.
You again.
I think Gerry just froze.
Gerry
But Leo,
froze
is
for a minute.
Judy still around?
We've ever told that story. Have we ever told that story? Okay,
There she is.
So, Peter's name was very similar. Okay. So Peter's name obviously is very similar to this guy, the singer who used to advertise himself on television, Peter Lemongello. So there was one night at the early Duplex in the late 80s where we said, Peter Lemongello is going to come on. We had this disgruntled table that was sitting there, like, it hated everything. And all of a sudden we said, okay, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Lemongello. And they were paying their check and they were walking out the door. They said, oh, we're staying. And they sat down thinking you were Peter Lemongello. Of course, you were better than Peter Lemongello.
Oh my God.
So that started like a whole shtick routine. It's like whenever you say Peter Ionello's name, Joe Gullo will say, oh, I'm staying. So there you are. I'm so happy to
it
hear.
now.
It has stuck. It has stuck till this day. It's so funny how that's one of my favorite stories.
Guys, my phone is gonna die.
Okay,
No,
honey,
Judy,
this is Peter, the restaurant that I want us to go to. We're gonna come see you. Okay.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Judy's phone,
I love
because I
you
wanted
too.
her to pop in to say hi to Gerry. All right, honey.
Mwah.
So I have been trying to. Go ahead, honey. Go ahead.
Say it again.
No, I was gonna
just
say
gonna
one
say
of my
that-
goals is to get a big group of people together to come up, and Joe Gulla, Susan Campanero, my friend Jeffrey and Steven, Gerry, let's all go up and get a
Rick's
big
America.
table, make a reservation.
Macaroni and cheese.
That
Holy
would be really
crap, I'm
great.
there.
That would be. I'm going this way. Okay. That would be
Yeah.
wonderful. And whenever you come up, you let me know. Oh, there we go. I actually have the iPad sitting on a caddy of condiments right now. I'm sitting in the restaurant, so it's sitting right here. So
A caddy of condiments. Oh my God.
There we go. Caddy
That's the name of a
condiments.
cookbook.
But yeah, really. So, but funny thing, Maria, and this is so funny because this Peter Lemongello story went on for years and years and years, and the funniest piece to this was that there was a woman who used to come into the Duplex. Her name was Janet Sumner.
Oh,
She was
Janet.
the nicest, fun, right? She was much
Yes.
older, and she was the real patron.
She went out
of
every
the
night to
piano
every
class.
bar.
Every night.
Yeah.
And one night she came in and she sees me and she said, you know, I went to La Maganette tonight to see Peter Lemongello. And I sat there and I said, that's not Peter Lemongello. You're Peter Lemongello. And you're so much better than that man who's Peter Lemongello. And it was just, and I said, no, Janet, you have to understand, I'm really not Peter Lemongello. She said, I never knew that.
I love that.
She was great, though.
Do you remember
That was
when we
great.
used to play musical chairs late night at the Duplex? Amy would organize musical chairs. I mean, this is what we would do. And Janet Sumner she was probably in her late 70s, probably when she was around there. She was the most ferocious musical chairs player in the world. She would push and shove people out of the way. You never saw an elderly woman no, I'm the champion here. She was amazing.
She took it very seriously.
Yeah, she was so great. She was so great.
There were so many amazing characters through our tenure.
We had so much fun, and I was kind of there sort of in the beginning, like in the early '80s, like when you started.
You were there. You were there in the start. You, Joe Gullah, Netzito, Beth.
Corinne says she remembers that. Corinne remembers it.
Oh yeah.
Lisa Lacascio. I met Lemongello in Florida. This is so funny. This Peter Lemongello thing.
He's going to sue us probably if he's still
believe it or not.
Well,
I have his autograph because friends of mine went somewhere and he was playing, and they told him the whole story about how I'm Peter Iannello, but it's really they call me Lemongello, and he signed a little notepad to Peter Lemongello. And I actually had that on display at one of my shows many years ago.
Yay for him.
So funny.
Yay for him.
Now, let's just go back to you, Gerry. Now, Peter, you've done many shows with Gerry as your musical director, right?
Yes, many.
Peter was the booking manager at the Duplex for a time.
Really? I didn't know that.
He was a singing waiter for a little bit.
I was the publicist, and then I worked with Colette on the booking. Colette Black on the booking. Yeah.
And that's when the Duplex was across the street, right?
I think you were in 61 Christopher by the time you were booking manager, yes?
As soon as we went over to the new one, I became the publicist. So right after.
Yeah, because we were bringing in all the talent that was had been at the tables who had been regulars, like Bill Morgan, Kirk Kelly. They were all regulars. They were customers. And then when we moved across the street to 61 Christopher Street, we needed a bigger staff. And we said to these people, you want to work here? So, of course, we brought in Bill Morgan, Kirk Kelly, Peter. A whole bunch of people came on as employees, and managers, some owners, Bill Morgan. I mean, just amazing.
That is amazing. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, I feel so privileged that we were. I mean, you guys were there before I was, but I feel like I came in at a great time where I got to hear your stories. Like Gerry, you really kind of just welcomed me in and told me so many of those amazing stories and introduced me to all your friends. And I knew a lot of them from, like Colette and those people. And Bill, of course, I worked with, and Kurt. Yeah, but it's so nice to be, you're kind of a connector between that world and then those of us that came in after that. Mm-hmm. And I named the show, the name of this episode is We Are the Classics. Because I feel like, for the newer generation, it's maybe they want to learn, if they want to learn about what Piano Bar was back in the day.
Yeah.
It would behoove them to sit down with you guys, and talk to Kurt that is what it really was. And it was an amazing time.
Yes, it was very different. It was pre-karaoke. It was really people coming in to be entertained. And you had an agenda. You had a song set list.
Right.
You would you did participatory stuff because, you had to do the show tunes. When I came in, it was, you play the show tunes, everyone sings the show tunes. And to the original Duplex. But there was this pianist I always want to mention, and I always want to call him out because he was amazing. This man named John Lenahan, who was the sweetest man in the world. He worked in Mama's, and I used to go in to see him after I worked at Bogart's. And he would play all the show tunes and everything else, but then he would just break out into a pop song. He would do like Red Rubber Ball by Circle, the Paul Simon song. And he would do these every now and then. He would just put in a pop song. And I would say, wow, that could work. So that when I went to the Duplex, I started kind of implementing more pop songs in, and people liked that. And it may have changed like some of the the formatting in Piano Bar, and some may say, oh, I wish it were show tune. Well, you have Marie's Crisis. They're keeping that going, but that kind of put the pop music in Piano Bar,
Right.
and again, it was pre-karaoke, so it was kind of left to the people who learned songs and memorized lyrics to get up and sing. Now it's a different day. Everyone's more participatory. Everyone has seen American Idol, and it seems like it's more easy to do it. Or friends will, tell a friend to do it on a dare, and they'll go up to a microphone, and you just have to say, all right, this is no longer kind of like the showcase it used to be. It's a party room. We're all going to party together. And that really is how it's kind of evolved now. And, I've accepted that. It's one of those things, adapt or die. That's what my husband always says. Adapt or die.
Yeah.
And that's what we've done. And you get your occasional showcase moment. You get to do your thing. You bring up somebody like Peter Ionello, who when he's in Mama's, I bring him up and he'll do Run Around Sue. And the crowd just goes crazy. And it's a classic old song. But it's done well because he knows how to perform. When you got up, when we worked together, I mean, you would galvanize the room too. So you have those moments. But, you have to kind of give it over to what the generation wants, and you give and take a little. That's what it's been.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, Gerry. My motto this year has been, don't hate, educate. Because I think
exactly.
Our first reaction, and I'm going off of what you're saying, and my first reaction is to think, this is not the way we do it. And my second reaction is, well, they don't know. They're a new audience. So rather than have a resentment, let's educate them. Let's bring them on to the party, because we are running a party.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I want to just mention that Joe Gullah said that you guys brought the furniture over from the old duplex to the new duplex. Is that true?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yes.
Carried it over.
God.
And I actually had a chair from the old duplex in my house for about 20 years. It was this rotten chair that was barely on four legs. And finally, I left it at my parents' house when I moved, and my father was like, I think we're going to get rid of that chair now. And I said, okay, I'll part with it. But it was funny. It was like sneaking the chair out without anybody seeing it, throwing it in the car.
God.
Too funny.
That's hysterical.
You brought up a good point. You brought up a good point, Maria, about, educate, right? So we grew up in homes that had music playing all the time, right? Our parents were playing music. Our families are playing
it
music
out loud.
So you had all of those experiences, and these kids they don't have those experiences. They have an iPad, they have a phone, everything is on the phone. It's like this.
It's personal.
And it's very difficult to explain that and explain the differences for how we grew up.
Yeah, but I find that this younger generation loves it as much as we love it, as much as people before us love it. They just have to be introduced to it,
Yeah.
And then I feel like it's up to us to educate them on what the protocols are, what the format is, how we do it. This is how you do it. You tip your piano player, you ask for a request. The piano player does. If you'd like to sing, let us know. But I think people are open to learning. I really do. I believe that people are open. Now listen,
And
we have to take go ahead.
Music's the universal language, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I've always said that if you watch a baby that is barely crawling, will be crawling, music will come on, and that baby will start dancing and making sounds. You see an older person, even a person that has Alzheimer's, will sing along. One of my friends, Patty Connolly. Patty Connolly is a wonderful piano player in the city. He goes by Patty on the piano.
Patty.
He does a lot of work with Alzheimer's patients.
Oh,
And
that's
he
wonderful. I
said
didn't know
that he is always blown away that they will not remember his name. They won't remember even what day it is. But as soon as he starts playing the songs of their youth, they know every single lyric.
In the same way, I worked with a woman named Margaret Whiting, who, some people may know, who was, the Peggy Lee, Rosemary Clooney era. And I worked with her for a long time. And then after she got sick with dementia, I would go over to her apartment and I would play for her. And she, at the point where she really couldn't even like complete a sentence, or she didn't remember who I was, I would sit down at the piano. I would play Someone to Watch Over Me. Every lyric was there.
Oh my God, I got chills, Gerry.
She would just start to sing it. That is the power of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's nothing more powerful than music, and there's nothing that brings people together more than Joe Gullah says so many memories. But when Danny Bonaducci came in one night and Gerry did his famous Partridge Family medley with him in the room, man, oh man, it touched me so to see how happy Amy was for Gerry. It was a very memorable, beautiful moment.
Danny Bonaducci kept saying, "I'm an icon. I'm an icon."
Oh my God, we've had a lot of famous people come in there over the years.
Yeah, you've had them. We've had them. Yeah, absolutely.
Connie Francis came in one night. Remember?
That's right.
She came in a couple of times, but one
Scotty Trout was playing that night. I remember
Scotty Trout was playing, and she got up on a chair and she started singing, and he gave her the opening for Where the Boys Are, and and he plays that beautiful intro, vamp, and all of a sudden she looked at him and she said, "No, honey, that's Brenda Lee's key." And he had a chair. It was so funny. It was so classic, but so funny.
Oh, that's great.
And it was
amazing.
It really was great. Yeah.
Well, when Gerry used to play, Martha Reeves came in. Do you remember that night, Gerry?
Martha Reeves came in about 12 years ago, 2011. She came in. She was doing a VH1 special, and she came in. And she hung out with us, played tambourine for everyone.
Oh, my. She sat next to Gerry and just said, "Is it okay?" Actually, she just took it, and I was like, "I'm not gonna." Of course, Martha Reeves can play the tambourine. She played for us all night, and then she got up and sang and blew the whole room away. It was incredible.
There was another night that Petula Clark came in. She was doing Blood Brothers on Broadway, and she came down to the Duplex, courtesy of my friends Shauna Hicks and Matt Marholin, who was the stage manager. They brought her in to see me because she wanted to record one of the songs that I wrote, Boundless Faith. And so she came in, and Matt kept saying, "Do your Petula Clark impersonation." I'm like, "Oh my God, no, I'm not going to do that." He said, "No, do it." So I started like doing the intro as if I was going to do it. And the room was packed. She was like sitting just to the right of me. So maybe the whole room couldn't see her. So I'm playing the intro to Downtown, and she looks at me and she just goes, "Give me the microphone." So she takes the microphone and she sings Downtown. So somebody in the back of the room who was a regular said, "Oh my God, Gerry really does sound like Petula Clark tonight," because they couldn't see her.
Are you kidding me?
No, and Jim Curtin, the burger Curtin, turned to him and said, "That is Petula Clark, you asshole."
Oh my God. I'm telling you that the most amazing things have happened there. I have to take a minute because I got to do the food segment of the show, which is of course called "Go Ahead, Keep Eating." On the count of three, we all going to say it. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. Keep eating. What did I make tonight? Look, I'm no Rick's Club American, but I agree with you, Peter. I like to stay creative every week. I'm on the keto because I gained a ton of weight in COVID, so I'm trying to get back in my pants, and it's working. I lost 12 pounds. All right. So now I made scallops with bacon, roasted red peppers, a dill, white wine, lemon, and some crushed red peppers and garlic, of course. So that's what I'm eating tonight. Yeah, because you can have that on the keto, all these delicious things. And then just a simple summer salad, little red leaf lettuce, some red peppers, Persian cucumbers. I'm going to put Sicilian lemon olive oil on this and a fig vinegar. And because I am on the keto, I can have these there are keto lemon cookies. So that's what I'm going to have. And I am going to get a big group together, and we're all going to go to your restaurant, Peter. And then I'm going to be off my diet.
Yeah.
Love that.
We all have to go off diet.
Now, Peter, let me ask you something. Is it? It sounds like it's a perfect place for everybody to get different dishes and share. Do people do that a lot?
A lot. Yes, they do that a lot. A lot of times they share their appetizers, and then people will split the dinners, and somebody will order the special, someone will order an eggplant, and they'll split. This week we have chicken saltimbocca, and we have shrimp with a bean sauce.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
delicious.
that
So
sounds
people are
great.
splitting those. So yeah, everybody splits. They do
Oh
split.
man.
So
sounds
Jackie
good.
Fornatel says, show them how it's done. She also said she loved Margaret. And, you know, it's just amazing. So many. You talked about Joan Rivers. And how about Gerry, did you have Loretta Swit come in one night?
No, I wasn't there for that. I did hear about that, but no.
Yeah, there was, Melissa Etheridge came in one night
talked that.
Friday night with me and Michael Isaacs. I mean, so many. Brenda Vaccaro came in one night. She was incredible.
Yeah. One of our favorite nights was we used to do an opening ceremony, and we used to do this thing where we'd light a sparkler, and the person who had the sparkler would run around the club because you could see them through the windows. So it was like the Olympic torch carrying. Our favorite Olympic torch carrier, Larry Kramer. Larry Kramer came in, who everyone thinks, of course, as the very pugnacious political activist that he was, and rightly so. You have never seen a man laugh and smile so much the night he was there. I mean, when he died, all I could think of was that night that he was there. Some regulars brought him in who worked with him regularly, and he was just loving on Amy and just very lovely to me. And he was like one of my favorite guests ever.
Well, Gerry, how about the night Wanda Sykes was in?
Wanda Sykes sang New York.
And she got up and sang with Gerry. It was hysterical.
I just cursed through it. It was great.
But you're such a good sport about it. Peter Chauncey Cooperman said, everything is delicious. So
I love that Chauncey Cooperman. She's so good.
You're Matt Koch. I saw Matt Koch up here a while ago. They live close. He and Bobby Belfry live close enough.
Yeah, Matt and Bobby are in Nyack, which is 5 miles from here, not even. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they've been there.
Yeah.
Also, I know Richard Skipper loves your restaurant.
Last summer, Jimmy Lazar and
I love
Jimmy
Jim.
Lazar came in with I'm trying to think who he came in with. Ricky Ritzel.
Ricky Ritzel, I would think. Yeah.
Ricky and they came separately. But it's Ricky, it was Ted, and it was Pamela. Not Pamela. Edie Scott.
Wow.
Edie Scott, Ritzel, and Ted. They came in. And that was so fun. And then Lazar came a couple of weeks later. So that was always good. Joe Gulla's been here a dozen times.
I know, Joe. We have to come up with Joe and Susie and just get a group. Steve Wishnoff says he has to go, but he loves seeing all of us. I can't wait to come home again. He's been commenting a lot.
Steve Wishnoff.
Yeah, I know. When the show is over, I'll post it to all of your pages, and you have to read through the comments because there are so many loving comments. I got to tell you,
nice.
And people are really, like Corinne's been saying, it's a real trip down memory lane, and it was those were some of the best years of her life.
Yeah,
really.
Us too. It was a very charmed time. Very charmed.
True.
That's why.
What's funny? You don't always know when you're in a great time. You're enjoying it and laughing, but you don't always understand that this will freeze forever in time, and how important those friendships are, and that bonding, and those nights, you don't forget them.
Yeah.
And on a Sunday and a Tuesday, which were Gerry and Amy were there Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday, but on Sunday and Tuesday specifically, when all the regulars were there together, if someone wasn't there, we were wondering where they were. Like it was like, everybody's coming. Yeah, we'll see you later, that type of thing. And this was before we were able to communicate, via email.
It was before cell phones, I'm sure.
No cell phone.
Yeah, no, none.
No internet, no Facebook. You just had to stay connected.
You were present. You were really present.
Right. That's exactly what
we were doing. Now, sadly, we're almost at the end of our show. This evening has flown by.
It has.
So I would love for both of you to leave our listeners with some kind of a message. I always like to leave some kind of a message, whether it's about staying creative, whether it's about not giving up. Like, I mean, Peter, during COVID, you could have very easily thrown in the towel and said, why me? You know, I just bought this restaurant. But you didn't. You stayed very positive.
Yeah.
You know, so what would you like to leave people with, Peter?
Well, I think that the one thing I just have always lived my life by is just to always be positive and always look for the silver lining, look for the positive or the happiness in your day. Understand that every day is a gift, and that, you know, when you wake up in the morning and, you know, you're not in a good mood, figure out how to get into a good mood. Do something that puts you there, so that you're not, you know, you're not unhappy, you're not miserable, you're not. And it's okay to be cranky every once in a while, but when you wake up and you know you need to just do something that makes you feel good. And sometimes it's okay to unplug from everything and just relax and take it all in and say, I need to just, you know, take a day and think about me for a change. You know, get a pedicure, get a massage, you listen to music, turn the computers off, do all that stuff. Yeah.
And Gerry, what would you like to leave the listeners and everybody with? I mean, you've been really, you know, you've lasted the test of time.
Yeah.
You know, you just keep, like you said, you're adapting and things like that. But you know, your music never gets old. And
thank you.
So, what would you like to leave people with?
Well, I don't know if this is shallow, but I always tell people, you know, when they say, "Oh, you look happy, you look good," I say, I do 3 things: exercise, moisturize, listen to the music you listened to in high school.
I love that. And you're right, Gerry, and I remember that.
Yep.
It's true,
Yep.
and it makes us feel great. Yeah, I'm doing a 70s show this weekend.
Yes, I saw that. Sweet
And
Dreams of Flying Machines.
It's wonderful. We've been having such a great time because we're literally
Dreams
going.
of Flying Machines of theirs.
Yeah, we're going back.
I'm thinking of the James Taylor lyric. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good.
We're going back. You know,
Sweet.
and it feels good. And all our friends from that time are coming to see us.
Good.
You know, so Leo, pop back in, please. So I want to thank
Hi, Leo.
Jim Bell. Jim Bell is our producer and engineer on Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com,
Amazing. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Leo.
He is going to put this in podcast. It's going to be in podcast in about 6 to 12 hours on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. Leo is our Guy Friday right-hand man. I'd be lost without Leo. He runs everything from California. So thank you, Leo Rodriguez. Gerry Dieffenbach, Peter Iannello. Everybody go see Rick's Cafe. Rick's Club American. And Gerry, tell us your schedule again, Gerry.
Thursday, Stonewall. Friday, Don't Tell Mama. Saturday, Duplex.
Okay.
That'll be
Thank you, everybody. Remember, we are the classics. Now, if you're a younger person, you can become a classic too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Be respectful of others. And create some memories. Be kind. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Maria. Gerry, good to see you.
Peter, I love you.
Guys. Thank